Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about the Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi, just released. Now it's 16 megapixels, so it has two 4K cameras, one for each segment. You got two lenses. You got 4K on one side, 4K on the other side. It's stitched together into 16 megapixels, and it is an excellent camera. It has very good AI. It detects cars, it detects pets, and it detects people. It has sensitivity reading settings. You can set the size of the object. It's really a good deal. I think it's $30 off. I'll have to look that up and put it on the screen. And here is the app from Reolink. So you hit the app, and I want to show you how fast the camera comes up. Boom, the camera is up. Now this is all on Wi-Fi. And I like that it automatically rotates. A lot of apps you have to do that manually. So here we are looking out of the front, and we're looking at the Reolink Duo 3, 8 megapixel on each camera. So you're looking at 4K stitched together. Now I have this big screen monitor. This widescreen 49-inch monitor. It happens to be in a good aspect ratio for this camera. And the camera really looks great. So if I pull up the Reolink and go to full screen, you will see that it has an excellent picture. Now I know I'm in focus and the camera is not, but let me just tell you that this is an excellent image quality. So it really looks good on the 49-inch screen. It works great. Something I need to mention, guys, if you're going to use this on a desktop versus on your mobile phone, but you're also going to use it on a desktop. When I downloaded the app from the Apple Store and installed it, I couldn't get it to connect with the camera. I did some research and I found out that the one on the Apple Store is an older version and that you need to download the newest version from the Reolink website. So don't forget, if you're going to use it on your Mac, I recommend that you go to the Reolink website and get the download. Let's get a look at this Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi. Let's see what comes inside the box. And we got a little package here with all the paperwork, operational instructions. We get a security decal. We get a mounting template for screwing in the bracket. And we have operational instructions. So we get the dual antennas. We have a power cable. We have the power supply, which right off the bat, I'm very pleased that it has quite a bit of length to it because sometimes you have to end up purchasing extra cable. We'll see how that goes in the installation. We have the mounting kit and an Allen wrench. We have a Ethernet cable for quick connection for setup. We have the actual mounting hardware. Comes with the bracket that hooks onto the wall, the plate, steel plate with a plastic mount. And we have the Duo 3 Wi-Fi camera. "180-degree field of view between the two cameras, which are digitally stitched together. And we have infrared, and we also have spotlight. And this is the camera. Very nice looking. Got a 1/4-20 screw on the top, 1/4-20 screw on the bottom. We have a plate for the micro SD card to go, speaker on the bottom, antenna ports on both sides. We have a left and we have a right. We have an Ethernet connection here, and we have a nice cap power port here. This is where you would hook your power into this cable right here. Let's put in the micro SD card. Now you might feel some resistance when you're unscrewing this micro SD card cover because these screws feel like they're captured. Captured meaning you're not going to drop them out of this plate. There we go. You got to push it pretty far in there with your fingernail, and it is in. And like I said, these two screws don't come all the way out, which is nice, so you shouldn't drop them. Put the waterproof cover on, tighten it up. So this bracket has an Allen lock screw right here. 1/4 goes into the bottom of the camera, and you can adjust your angle and lock it in. Has a catch underneath the top there. So when you get it flush mounted to the wall, it'll lock in just like this, come down over the top, lock in, and you put your bottom screw in to hold it in. How the antenna goes on, just like that. Before initial setup, follow the steps below to connect your camera. Connect the camera to a LAN port on the router with an Ethernet cable. Use a power adapter to power on the cable. So I've taken my Ethernet cable from the back of the laptop here, and we have plugged it in. Take your power cable and plug in your power cable. I have the Reolink app open here. I'm going to hit add. So now that I see what happens, I will do that now. So I'm going to turn this camera around front here because I presume it's going to be asking to see that. So we're going to plug in the power. Camera is booting. I don't see any lights blinking or anything. Is there one on the camera? Yeah, okay. Start initialization soon. Create a username and a password. Name your device. If your SD card is not formatted, you need to format it before use. Next. After formatting all data, confirm. Initialization is complete. Save the QR code of the device for sharing, adding, or maintaining later. Okay, we have a screen, guys. We are connected on a screen. So we're looking at a recording here where I'm walking down the street. The camera picked me up way down the street, all the way down and across. And it also did a wonderful recording. We're going to take a look at this app from Reolink. Okay, I'm going to open it. This is how long it takes to connect to the camera. Taking a little longer than normal, and we are connected. So if I turn it over to landscape, there we are. We have a clear view of the app, and we will go back now. This is my privacy. You can select your privacy to set it up in different zones, and that's how I have mine. So we're looking at the app now. We can go to playback. So this pulls up everything that's been recorded for the day. You can scroll down here on the bottom of the scroll. Oops, I lost it. You can scroll down here to your timeline. Some of these are people. Now I had the sensitivity turned up too high and it was recording. It was being triggered. The human was being triggered by a mailbox post. There's a couple posts that are down the street a little bit. So my privacy, I put the privacy up so now it doesn't see that mailbox over there and it doesn't trigger it falsely. There's certain things that are vertical objects that it might detect as being a human, being a person. So now you can play back any of these. And it plays back really fast. You can see that it went to playback really quick. And it's already playing. You don't even have to select it. So you can just go through your timeline and it will play back. So then you can take a snapshot. You can download the recording up here in the corner. So you got download up here. You got speeds. You can play back at different speeds, 8 times playback speed. The app is really responsive on my phone. Now I'm in low quality playback mode. You can go to clear, and clear is a lot of data, and it's quite a load to do the complete quality. Now when you download it, it's high quality. Now you can see we're playing back in 8 times playback. Let's go back to 1 time speed here. Now this app is very, very detailed, so I don't want to go into too much of it because this is you could spend a lot of time on this. So you can go to display, you got your Wi-Fi, you got your display settings. So you can set your stream to being clear, fluent, the frame rate constant. Now I was going to change that back to auto and see how that worked out. Bit rate, I was going to select variable bit rate also, see how that works out. Now, there's a lot of selections that you can change. Anti-flicker, 60 Hertz, day and night is on auto. You got brightness, I've got it set right where it was at. You can put the camera name in the corner wherever you want, the date wherever you want. You can turn the watermark on and off. You can do your privacy mask, which I already have right here. I got this privacy in the corner here. Then you can go into advanced, and you got threshold for auto switch of color modes. Now I leave mine in black and white at night because the lights of cameras, they really make the bugs go crazy, and I prefer not to have the bugs just swarming around the lights. So I leave it in infrared at nighttime. So brightness and shadows, everything I got is on auto, and I like the way it's working. So that's a quick look at display settings. You can go into detection alarm. You can set sensitivity, and under smart detection, you can set your person, your vehicle. I've got it turned down all the way because I live on a busy street. And animal detection is kind of interesting sometimes for me. It's not that I have pets or anything. It's just that sometimes the ducks or whatever, they're out there, and it's cool to see them. We have all different kinds of wildlife in the neighborhood. So you would hit save. Under motion detection, I got it turned all the way down because there's a lot of motion on my street from cars and everything. You would have to play with that for your own setting. Now you got alarm delay, object size. Now I found this, I set object size as small as possible. I've never seen these settings on a regular camera before, but you got minimum object size, maximum object size. So what I was trying to do is set this to be the smallest possible so that it wouldn't see these two cars. Now it still it sees this car here, but it actually will track all the cars going down the street. It'll be triggered by a car and track, and it can even do timestamps, which was pretty amazing for certain vehicles. And I'm still playing with it. It's been very interesting playing with all these settings, and I only used 19 gigs out of what do I got, 512 gig card in here. I got the maximum guard in here, so it hasn't right here, it hasn't even, it's been running for a couple days now, and it's still way down low. I'm not doing 24/7 recording at the moment. I do want to get an NVR and hook that up and see how that works. Now, detection alarm settings, you can, now I have motion mark. It says beta. When the clear mode is selected, detected moving objects will be marked. So it shows me when it's a car, or when it's a person, or when it's an animal. Forgot to show you that when we were there. Push notifications. Now I've got push notifications. I don't have the email set up. I'm just getting the push notifications at the moment. It's got a pretty loud siren. The microphone and siren are fairly loud. And you can do a time lapse. So you can do a time lapse. This view, I did 1:06. Now it has to cache it and produce it, so we won't wait for that. But you can create a new time lapse, and these are you can do event people, moving clouds, sunrise, sunset, construction, blooming, customize. Now we had a rainy day today. There's really no sunrise, sunset because I'm not facing the sun. It's really been pretty dreary over here for the moment. So we'll go back out of there. Now for light, I've got mine on infrared auto, and spotlight, I have mine turned off. Like I said, I don't want the bugs, but the lights are very bright. When they are on, they are very bright. So that's a few of my settings. I just wanted to go through the app and show you what I've got. So now we have a Wi-Fi Duo 3 version. Hello?
You're taking, oh, you have a new...
Look at me. Look, we're trying to make a video here, and we're being... Everybody's on TV, so you have to look at the camera. We are trying to make a video here. You gotta say hi over here.
Hi.
Not right in front. Hi.
Hi.
No, you gotta look. Look over here. Hi.
Hi.
No, you gotta look over here. Hi. You gotta look over here. Hi everybody. So we're making a recording for the Reolink Duo 3 Wi-Fi edition.